After a shaky start to the year, we got some pretty good CPI data, and all of a sudden the bull market is back on track. In this video, I want to go over 3 stocks that are on the move right now. They are Palantir, Robinhood, and Dutch Bros. All of these stocks exhibit the 2 main traits of a good momentum stock: good fundamentals and strong price action. I'll go through these one by one, and at the end of the video I'll give you an insight as to what I think the market will be doing over the next few weeks. Before we begin, this is not financial advice and it's for entertainment purposes only. One of the things that drew me to this company was its position as a leader in the AI application space. When companies talk about using AI in their day-to-day business, the first name that comes up is probably Palantir. The company has seen great success in its AI products, as can be seen by the success of AIP, which is Palantir's proprietary AI platform for businesses. Last quarter, the company made a 30% increase in revenue year over year to $726 million, and forecasts that Q4 revenue will be even higher than this, between $767 million to $771 million. In addition, the company raised its full year guidance to around $2.8 billion, reflecting the continued rise in revenue. In fact, it's raised a whole bunch of other numbers as well, such as adjusted income and free cash flow. The company will be releasing earnings after market close on February the 3rd, which is 2 weeks away. You may recall that Palantir was in the dumpster just 2 years ago and nobody wanted to touch it. But now it's projected to make more than $1 billion in cash flow alone over the past year. How times change. Anyway, moving on to the chart. After going up more than 340% last year, this star AI stock has dipped in recent weeks, but is still in a solid long-term uptrend. Despite the general weakness in the markets the past few weeks, Palantir has shown continued resilience, which is a sign of relative strength. Another thing I like about this chart is the supportive volume, especially since the decisive breakout back in August. This means there is a lot of buyer support and they're more likely to buy any future dips. If the broader market continues to rally, I can easily see Palantir stock tracking higher. Of course, the reverse could happen, so please take that comment with a grain of salt. Now, the next stock on the list is Robinhood. Ask any person under the age of 40 what broker they use, and the answer, more likely than not, is going to be Robinhood. Against the backdrop of the current bull market, the company has been breaking its own records quarter after quarter when it comes to metrics like revenue and assets under custody. Last quarter, revenue went up 36% year over year. More importantly, net income went up to nearly $500 million compared to a loss of more than $571 million last year, which is basically a mirror image. This has triggered a huge paradigm shift amongst investors who are now forced to face the reality that Robinhood is a highly profitable growth stock. Furthermore, Robinhood is not just a stockbroker. It also allows crypto trading and has a premium membership tier which offers a credit card and higher interest rates on deposits. All of these factors are proving that Robinhood is coming into its own as a fast-growing financial institution. Like Palantir, the stock was neglected as an investment just 12 months ago by investors, but is quickly becoming a market darling after going up more than 350% over that period. The company has recently expanded into international markets like the EU and UK, so it's going to be exciting to see how that plays into revenue and earnings growth going forward. However, one of the biggest risks I see for Robinhood is that recently monthly active users hasn't been growing much, at around 7% year over year in the last quarter. This means that possibly user growth may be slowing and that the company will need to find ways to squeeze more out of each customer in order to justify its high valuation. It's currently trading at a forward PE of around 40, which is not super expensive, but it's definitely not a value stock either. Anyway, let's take a look at the chart. Robinhood has actually been rallying for more than 12 months now, but it wasn't until November last year when the stock really started motoring. One thing I want to bring your attention to is this area here. Since December, the stock has been undergoing some sort of a consolidation, which looks to me like a flag pattern. And the fact that the stock has just broken out of this is an incredibly bullish indicator. As you can see, the stock is trading above both the 10 and 40 week EMAs, which means the stock has a lot of momentum. Furthermore, it has been supported over the long term by strong buyer volume, which can be seen here. If this bull market continues, I don't see why Robinhood cannot keep going higher. Now, last on the list is Dutch Bros. Now, think of Dutch Bros as being like Starbucks, but with bigger sizes and better customer service. And it's more expensive, which is fair enough. The brand appears to be a huge hit with the younger crowd due to its fun theme, flavorful drinks, and smooth drive-through experience. The company has a presence in most of the US with the exception of the East Coast. It'll be opening its 1,000th store in February, and it looks like the company is not stopping there.
You just talked about this 1,000th store. I mean, you have been expanding at a, shall we say, caffeinated pace across the country. How much does that pace continue at this level? How do you think about that versus balancing saturation? I mean, I think about Starbucks a couple of years ago becoming oversaturated. So how do you make sure that doesn't happen with Dutch Bros?
So we are absolutely just at the beginning of our journey and just getting started rolling out shops across the U.S. We shared that we'd open at least 160 shops in 2025. So excited to continue at a very rapid pace of growth.
Also, Dutch Bros is looking to expand away from just drinks and begin offering food next year.
Menu innovation, you're experimenting with some food options as well right now. How to think about that and what is gaining traction?
Yeah, so as we look at food, we're in very early days of food right now. We expect to be testing it throughout 2025 with plans to roll it out sometime in 2026.
But how is the company actually performing when it comes to the bottom line? So when we look at the revenue growth here, it's gone up 30% year over year, which is pretty solid for a brick and mortar business. In addition, the company is net profitable. This is quite surprising given that the company is still in its growth stage and shows that management are taking a measured approach to expansion by balancing costs with returns. And when we look at same-store sales, we see a step change in growth over the past 3 quarters as shown here. This indicates that there is an acceleration in same-store sales growth, which means the company must be doing something right. When we look at the chart, it only just recently broke out of a multi-year bottom, doubling in value over the past 6 months. Like the other 2 stocks in this video, Bros is trading above both the 10 and 40-week EMAs, which is always a good sign, and more importantly, it's been going up on supportive volume as well. Dutch Bros sort of reminds me of what Palantir did in 2023, which was the breakout in the middle of the year and quickly double in a matter of weeks, and then in 2024 it proceeded to go up another 5 times. Now, can Dutch Bros do the same? It's uncertain, to be fair, but I've got my fingers crossed for all shareholders. As for the general market direction, I think as long as the CPI doesn't heat up too much going forward and the unemployment rate doesn't crash, the market should keep climbing, especially if companies start reporting good earnings over the next few weeks. So that's it folks, 3 momentum stocks that are running hot for the month of January 2025. Do you own any of these stocks? If so, let me know in the comments below, and please check out the Momentum Investing community where we discuss stocks on the move like these in an exclusive Discord server. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys next time.